Public outcry over alcohol-fuelled violence has caused governments around Australia to experiment with tough new laws.
One of those leading the charge is Dr. Gordian Fulde, Director of the Emergency Department at St Vincent's Hospital.
Gordian has long been the voice of St Vincent's emergency departments.
He's had years of experience in both surgery and emergency medicine, disaster and trauma, and he leads by fantastic example just purely by being who he is.
I'd have to say that Gordian displays an enormous amount of two things. One is leadership and one is engagement.
We see it all, the full spectrum. We actually make a difference.
We can do things to make it safer without becoming a nanny state. Safe space works. It really, really makes a difference.
By far the most serious incident the police attended in Sydney overnight was an unprovoked assault that's left a teenager critically injured.
Following the tragic deaths of Daniel Christie and Thomas Kelly, Gordian Fulde was the principal person who came forward on behalf of the hospital and on behalf of all victims.
Gordian brings a lot of credibility to the discussion. He's somebody who can see that we need to make a few changes to improve the safety of our young people, the safety of ourselves.
Over his 30 years in the St Vincent's Emergency Department, Gordian has made a tremendous impact, whether it's dealing with these major public health issues or speaking out about the things the public needs to know.
Australia has a massive problem with alcohol.
Police say alcohol abuse is an increasing concern.
Gordian has this unique ability of bringing the emergency department into people's homes. He does it not through blood or suffering, but using the words that the people of Australia understand.
You can go out and have fun without getting pissed. You can go out and have fun without getting into a fight.
We've had significant reductions in alcohol-fuelled violence, and this is all due to the fact that Gordian came out and stood up for the victims of crime.
And the great thing about Gordian is that he understands the politics, he understands the medicine, but most of all, he understands the people. He comes from a very human perspective, and I think that's why his message cuts through so powerfully.
I think he's just unforgettable, and I think that everyone will remember him for how he's been able to give some very serious messages to the community.
To be the head of an emergency department that receives so many people at their worst moment, you have to be a strong character, and Gordian is.
It's fantastic for the next generation of doctors, nurses, to have the benefit of the wisdom of Gordian Fulde.
I would like us to appreciate how lucky we are, and I would like us to start caring more for the person next to us.